Man, what is good, y'all? Today I'm covering the Malamar games. The first week I played against Sable VGC. Before I start, if y'all could leave him a sub, all that. He's a really good dude, really great guy. Almost at 4K as y'all can see. And this is giving me a little bit more of a competitive sided report because I was unable to record the audio side of my gameplay. I do have it recorded though from my perspective, but I'm gonna be covering it a little bit more competitively. If y'all want to see like the live side, the reaction side, check out here on Sable's channel. He's a really good dude, really funny guy. So check that out if y'all want to see like once again more chilled out version. Anyways, if you guys are unaware, one of the reasons this matchup is so cool is because this is the Vancouver Regionals finalist showdown. Like, you know, last year we both got to finals, and yeah, really, it's really cool that that's the first week we play. Anyways, before I show you all the team I use, y'all need some context. I built the team. Actually, I lied. I didn't bullshit. Joe gave me the team, but Joe gave me a team, and originally it was Arcanine on the team, bro, over Incineroar. Joe played his game and then realized that Incin was legal in this format. The format ended up being all weakness policies, and then it ended up being Regulation A minus like legendary Regulation A, and then all DLC Pokemon minus like legendaries, obviously restricted, and no paradox spawns is the other big thing. But this guy forgot that Incineroar was legal, but he let me know beforehand, so I put Incineroar on my team. This is the team. In hindsight, I think Joe just took like a Regulation A team and put a bunch of weakness policies on it, but it did play pretty well. I think, as y'all will see in the match, the big player was Amoonguss. The big thing is there's no safety goggles in the format, absolutely none. So you either had the Terra Grass, which this was close team sheet but open Terra, so you knew if your opponent had Terra Grass, or you had to manage your resources so well that you just were okay with like a Pokemon going to sleep. So Amoonguss is really broken. Palafin was really good, and you'll see why in this matchup specifically. Incineroar was obviously amazing, and Bax was kind of good. Bax had its weakness policy proc a couple times actually, like I think twice in the battle, I think. But yeah, yeah, as I can see, these are the teams we had to post our Terras. Here is Sable's team: Gold, Terra Fairy, Palafin, Terra Grass, Incin, Terra Ghost, Amoonguss, Terra Water, Tatsugiri, Terra Steel, Dozo, Terra Fairy. So what I can tell right away is it's a team probably built on two different modes, that being like Goldango, beside like either Amoonguss or Incineroar, just getting nasty spots up and being supported by something like Tatsugiri or maybe on Dozo, solo on Dozo. With the format being as low base power as it is, solo Tatsugiri is actually really good, especially because you have to remember that without choice card from the format, if you have a base speed of about like 90, you're outspeeding most things in this format, because it's like, for example, I ended up investing quite a bit in bulk, so you could take advantage of this and speed creep, you know, my Pokemon. So as you can see, Tatsugiri ended up being faster than my entire team. I'm not sure if it was faster than Mimikyu. That ended up coming up. Not to spoil things, but yeah. So just checking the matchup out, I knew Palafin would be really good. I knew that I did not have much for another Amoonguss, like opposing Amoonguss. I had no Terra Grass, and I have one immunity. So I knew from the start that I had to kind of favor on Fake Out, get back Salver into position to threaten KOs at Amoonguss. That's kind of what I had to do. I was kind of forced into that. Otherwise, I felt like if I could manage the Goldango, which was another Pokemon that a couple Pokemon on the team couldn't not touch, Amoonguss can Spore. Like Palafin was slower than more than likely was slower than this Goldango. Yeah, like otherwise it was just not too much to handle this. Like Bax couldn't touch it, and Bax was kind of crucial in the matchup. So yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking of. So let's check out the replay. Anyway, enough babbling, bro. I'm gonna do timestamps. Anyways, before I just said enough babbling. Before I start, bro, there's more tournament coverage. I'm covering more tournaments. This is a classics league where we're playing like old generations. I'm playing 2016 against Zelda. If y'all don't know who Zelda is, they were 15th place world championships 2016. So it's gonna be a tough matchup. I'm gonna try to get a live reaction of that. It's gonna be pretty epic. Anyways, let's start with the recording. Here it is. Yeah, I got it recorded. This is gonna be a competitive review. Like I said, discussed with the pregame. I kind of needed a way to manage both Amoonguss, the Golden Go, and the Dondozo. Those are kind of the three things I needed to manage most effectively. And I felt like firstly in the Incineroar, by leading Incineroar, I could always catch a fake out on a key Pokemon, whether that be Dondozo or the Amoonguss, or even the Palafin in some situations. So I feel like Incineroar lead was just the best thing I could do. Of course, I kind of had to lead Palafin if I wanted to bring it this game because of its ability. We all know 0 to hero. But Excalibur, like I discussed in the early game, was really strong into Amoonguss specifically, and there kind of was very little Amoonguss counterplay. So by Excalibur being my best Amoonguss counterplay, kind of made it good enough to bring to the battle. At least that's how I felt. I'm gonna shuffle around a couple things here, and eventually I'm pretty sure that's the 4 I just end up bringing. It's gonna be Palafin, Incin, Bax, Amoonguss. That's correct. Yep. I feel like this is a really safe game 1 lead for me. Like I can't say much other than that. Palafin, Amoonguss, another really safe lead. Like I'm not too surprised by this lead from Ryan from Sableye. Let's see how I approach this. Like I can kind of assume that because of the safe lead, there's not gonna be like a crazy turn 1 play from Ryan. So I'm assuming the Palafin is gonna switch out this turn, and he's gonna expect my Palafin to switch out as well. Like he's gonna respect respect it that much. So I felt like I can get a free switch into Excalibur. I'm pretty sure it's what I do. Yeah, Excalibur is probably correct because at this point I pin the Amoonguss quite effectively. Force Terra, and the turn goes like I expected. Palafin switches out, and Dondozo comes in. I think I was a little bit surprised to see Dondozo. Like Palafin, Dondozo, I feel like have a little bit of anti-synergy with the typing, but I think it was a cool idea. Regardless, Bax comes in, fake out on the Amoonguss. Turn goes as expected. Another thing is like, even though it's close team sheet, I can kind of I know that everything is gonna be with his policy on Sableye's side, so I couldn't really be afraid of Cloak there. I know it's not Terra Ghost because of Open Terra. This turn I was a little bit worried though. I felt like switching to Amoonguss is pretty safe though. I didn't know the Dondozo moveset, but regardless, like even if I get ordered up, worst case, I can in-team drop it next turn and not be too KO'd. Yeah. I'm gonna skip ahead. Let's see what happens. I skipped a little bit too far ahead. Amoonguss comes in, and I get the turn really well. Like I got the turn very correct, if that makes sense. I catch the Terra on the Amoonguss, and I protected my backs. Let's see if I can skip like a little bit ahead. Man, I really can't. Anyways. Back protects. Without any commander boost on Dondozo, like it can't really do much to my Amoonguss. I think it crits here, but it still doesn't do too much. Yeah, it crit, but it didn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. And the Spore goes into Toxic comes out. Toxic comes out into Bax. That's correct. Yeah. And if y'all remember, my Bax is Terra Poison. So at this point, I felt like really confident I could Terra Poison. I didn't think I needed Terra Water on my Palafin, and I didn't want to Terra my Amoonguss at this point because it's in front of another Amoonguss. I don't want to lose my Grass typing. So I felt like this play was like really safe, really textbook. I think the biggest way I get punished is if the Dondozo is substitute, but I don't know the set, so I don't know if it is. Which draws the Amoonguss, I'm not too surprised, and I believe this is just an Earthquake actually from the Dondozo. So huge animation. Terra, the backs, and I think the turn was like pretty even, pretty neutral for me, like getting Spore and Dondozo is pretty game defining. Like, once you get Spore and Dondozo, that thing is gone. Weakness policy, yeah, it gets activated. Doesn't really do much because I think I even tested it out. Like I'm pretty sure the Dondozo was unaware, so it didn't makes a lot of sense too on the in weakness policy format. So Spore lands. This turn I Glaive Rush it, and actually he reveals Sleep Talk. My bad, I skipped a little bit too far ahead, but I pump off myself, Glaive Rush, and Dondozo reveals Sleep Talk. I was kind of just praying it wasn't EQ, and it was rest. So got a little unlucky there. We're building the whole moveset too. So now we know the moveset is Wave Crash, Earthquake, Rest, and Sleep Talk, of course. I get pretty lucky that turn. I also get to scout that it's not unaware. So very good to know. Or sorry, that is unaware. Very good to know. So I can intimidate safely as well. This turn was kind of positioning Palafin in so I could just remove the boosts on the Dondozo. Get the Regenerator boost on my Amoonguss. Palafin comes in. Transforms, of course. And at this point, I feel like I was in a really good position because, like, worst case, the turn on Wake or like a really bad Sleep Talk pull really doesn't put me that far behind. But he ends up pulling Rest. Sorry, he ends up waking up and clicking Sleep Talk, which is pretty unfortunate. Yeah, like at this point, I know neither of my Pokemon are gonna get O-Code by any move, even the crit. I'm pretty sure from this Dondozo if I switch in Amoonguss, and I take the opportunity to Haze. Man, this is gonna be a really long middle game, bro. I don't think anybody wants to watch this. I think everyone knows what happens. I'll let this turn play out so y'all can see what happens. But Earthquake does very little damage, thankfully. Haze comes out, and this just ends up being. I start wave crashing the Dondozo and I pump off myself. I'm just gonna tell you this is what I'm doing. I don't think anybody wants it. Actually, I can do this. Scrub it so y'all can see what happens. Pump off myself, wave crash my Amoonguss, pump off goes to myself. Boom, lots of health. Lots of health. I wave crash again. I think I misplayed this turn. I remember misplaying this turn. I was checking the speed on my backs because what I wanted to do here is I wanted to wave crash next turn, bring in my backs, wave crash again, and Glaive Rush with my slower Excalibur onto the Tatsugiri. But as you can see, I didn't account for Dondozo recoil, so I really misplayed this turn. This is like the worst turn of the whole set by far. I should have spored that turn, this turn, but I ended up, yeah, I did way more. Oh, voice crack. I did way more with wave crash than I expected. Wave crash comes out and it hits a neutral target, so that was pretty troll of me. Yeah, I troll pretty bad. The issue is, like, I'm almost certain the Tatsugiri is faster than both my Pokemon because I have so little speed investment. Palafin comes out, it's likely going to be faster too, and I don't know this set. I could be literally anything on both these Pokemon. Like, I could expect Icy Wind, I could expect Draco, I could expect Muddy Water. It could be so many things. I think I was a little stuck here. And let's see, what do I end up doing? Instant, yeah, I guess instant swap is kind of safe. At this point, instant is useless. Like, that's the easiest way to put it. I'm in front of two water types. I don't know what's in the back. Or do I? Do I know what's in the back? Yes, it's Amoonguss. So yeah, like it's probably useful for Amoonguss, but other than that, like, it doesn't do very much in this matchup anymore because of all the water types. So instant comes in. I'm interested to see the play that Ryan makes. I think he just goes for Whiz Crash onto my instant, unfortunately, and reveals. Let's see. Let's just see the turn play out. Bulk up. Oh, I lied. He just bulks up. So got me that turn. Pulse goes into Amoonguss. All right. This is an interesting play for me. Yeah, like Palafin is useless in this matchup. It's also important to know. But I don't think that's what I end up doing. I think I do something silly this turn. I don't remember what it was, but I think I do something silly. Hardening the Tatsugiri. Oh, I don't. Okay. Oh, this. That's what I ended up doing. So I don't know why I clicked self palm pump. I think I misclicked. But yeah, y'all saw that. Y'all had to see that. So I had to see that. So y'all had to see that. So that's what it's about. Anyways, takes out my Amoonguss. This is still an okay position for me. The issue is like everything on the board is likely faster than both my Pokemon. Actually, this is an awful position. What am I saying? Yeah, this is a terrible position. So yeah, like y'all saw a little preview, bro. But like, I guess I can't do much. I have to sack my Instant. Was it second Instant or like I think I predicted Wave Crash to go into backs, so I got that turn wrong. Now I have a backs that gets O-code by both Pokemon in the field, most likely. My Palafin can't touch these guys because I'm only water moves. It was kind of doomed, right? What comes in Palafin? Yeah, it's my last Pokemon. So, as y'all can see, there's like not much I can do. Wave Crash, yeah. This is what I thought he'd do last turn, but he caught me lacking. Paul's like, I can't do anything. This is gonna do no damage because of bulk up. I just forfeit. So, what went wrong last game? Let's ask ourselves. I survived the Dondozo mode pretty well. Is one thing I realized. So more than likely, he's probably not gonna be as reliant on Dondozo anymore because I have a pretty big Dondozo counter, and that's just Amoonguss being Amoonguss, right? Without Terra Grass, he wasn't Terra Grass, he was Terra Fairy. Dondozo can't do much. The issue was I was kind of getting smoked by the Tatsugiri and the faster Palafin, and I kind of expected that he is going to expect that I realized that and try to play a little bit more offensively, and he's going to punish that with Golden Go. This is a really long way of saying I expect the Golden Go to come out because Dondozo didn't do anything last game, and Golden Go has a really good matchup into the Pokemon that I brought. You know, Baxcalibur gets walled. Palafin is slower, more than likely. Golden Go tend to go pretty fast, and Wave Crash doesn't do enough. I felt like I kind of had to use Incineroar more effectively than I did last game because, like I said, I kind of expected Dondozo not to come this game. Oh, bro, why can't I pick it? So yeah, this is kind of me playing a little. It's kind of, I call this like a soft read, not like a hard read, kind of a soft read. Just based off how the game went. Right, like Dondozo did nothing last game, so I don't expect him to use Dondozo. Golden Go has a really good matchup because I'm not bringing King Gambit and I'm not bringing Mimikyu. So I expect him to be a good player, which it really is, and recognize that and try to punish that by bringing Golden Go. I'm pretty sure I got rewarded pretty well. Because he does bring Golden Go. And I was kind of happy to see this because I feel like I had options. Like I didn't expect him to click Maker in this turn, and Palafin doesn't do very much on their end. So I make kind of a risky play here, and I decide to double the Golden Go. Now the Golden Go is Terra Fairy. I did not expect Terra Fairy to come out. That doesn't really make any sense. Being weaker to Ice Shard doesn't make a lot of sense. I thought it was gonna be like Nasty Plot, switch out the Palafin, something like that. And like I didn't expect him to double the Baxcalibur, which I felt was the only way they could actually kill the Baxcalibur, KO the Baxcalibur, not kill. We don't kill boss. KO the Baxcalibur. So yeah, that's kind of my play going into this. I tear my Palafin. I kind of wanted to half into the Golden Go so that a follow-up Glaive Rush will put in Jet Punch range. Whip crashes my Palafin. Actually does a lot, but you guys can see he actually make it rain, which I really did not expect. But I did get the turn correct because like I said, I did not expect him to double the Baxcalibur. That doesn't really make very much sense. So Weak Spell is activated, and that's actually going to allow me to KO the Golden Go this turn because, as y'all know, I doubled it. So really good turn for me, I'd say. Like, actually, I wouldn't say it's a really good turn. Like, I'd say it was a good enough turn. Like, crisis averted is kind of the way I put it, because Golden Go really had a really strong presence in this matchup. So getting that out of the way was really good, but I had to use Terra, and both my Pokemon are really low. With Weakness Policy, like, I knew I could do a ton to Tatsugiri, probably enough to put it in range of Jet Punch, even though it's four times what is it? Four times not effective, whatever. Not very effective. 4 times. Y'all know what I'm saying. So I kind of just sent an Ice Shard toward the Tatsugiri, hoping that, like I said, do enough chip so that I could KO next turn. Switch out the Palafin like I expected. This is kind of what I read. Like, I didn't expect a Jet Punch to come out because it probably wouldn't kill my backs. I didn't think Wave Crash was gonna come out, because if he loses the Tatsugiri that turn, he's stuck in baby Palafin form. So Ice Shard comes out. I was correct that it does do enough to Jet Punch next turn, and I feel pretty confident this turn, like at the end of this turn, because I feel like I have a really good pin, and that is Jet Punch plus Palm Buff. And the reason is, my Incineroar and Amoonguss can most likely solo the endgame. It'll probably win the endgame versus the rest of his team, and it's kind of unpunishable. Like, the other thing else, like, if you have Rage Powders, yeah, I might lose my Palafin, but they lose their Tatsugiri to Palm Buff. I do end up making a hard read though, because I'm a cheesy guy. This is kind of unnecessary. Like, I guess there's not really a way to really punish this play that much. I did get pretty cheesy with it though, and I decided I could Spore the Tatsugiri. I don't know if this is the correct, like, if this is the best play possible, as y'all are gonna see, because, oh, actually, this is a really good play. Never mind, bro. I'm a really good player. I gotta give myself credit, bro. Wave Crashing the Moose is pretty smart, yeah. So I ended up taking advantage of this. He actually swaps out into Palafin of his own, predicting the Jet Punch into Tatsugiri. So I get the turn correct. Awesome. Boom. Wave Crash does 40, which is really, really good damage, because once again, no Citrus Berry, nothing like that. So that is permanent damage. Spore Swap Palafin, I honestly couldn't care less. The opposing Palafin at this point can't tear to Terra Grass, because actually, can it? Yeah, it can. Never mind. I'm tweaking. It can tear to Terra Grass, but I felt confident I could still win this endgame because, watch this read. I was about to Spore, but then I thought about it. And it took way longer than I thought. Yeah, boy. Oh wait, no, I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. I saw Palm Buffed. I thought I was gonna Palm Buff the Palafin, but yeah. I get the turn correct. They do Terra Grass. Animation takes forever. Let's skip that. And bulks up. I'm kind of fine with this. Like, I feel like no matter how much he bulks up, he can't get through my own Amoonguss. And the opposing Amoonguss has Toxic Spore. So more than likely he doesn't have like Sludge Bomb, which is the only way I could lose my Amoonguss extremely quickly. It ends up being Clear Smog, which I'm happy to see, because my Amoonguss more than likely is not gonna take very much damage at all for the next couple turns. So I end up going for the Palm Puff and the Wave Crash. Really safe plays. Wave Crash from Ryan's Palafin does about 45% recoil. Palafin stays asleep. Oh, at this point I kind of also realized that he doesn't have Protect or Palm Puff, one or the other. And I was kind of expecting to be Palm Puff, because yeah, I feel like he also would have Palm Puffed earlier this game. And activating the Weakness Pulse really doesn't matter. Like, I lose my Palafin this turn, maybe. Like, that's kind of the worst that could happen. Palpin kind of already did its job here. Actually ends up waking up and goes for a Jet Punch, which I don't think mattered. It does so much, actually. I don't think it do that much. Wave Crash to Amoonguss. Actually just 10 Borgillion, yo. Why did it do so much? Huge animation of the Terra dying. Palm Puff to the opposing Amoonguss. And Clear Smog. Palpin lives. Yeah, game was kind of sealed at this point. Like I said with that play, I could just go for Jet Punch and Palm Buff into the Tatsugiri slot. Game confirmed at that point then. Like in Rage Powder, but confirms the game. Rage Powder does come out. Jet Punch into the Amoonguss. Doesn't really matter. And Palm Buff. Boom. With my incident in the back, like there's no way Ryan can win this battle. So I take game 2 pretty decisively, I'd say. Like I ended up getting the turn pretty correct. I took a screenshot. That's pretty funny of me. And then let's see. Game 3. Annoying thing about losing game 1, and I'll always say this, the annoying thing about losing game 1 is game 3 is really hard to win if you lose game 1. Game 3 is very difficult because at this point, Sableye has seen 2 of my modes with this team, and I either got to pull a third mode from out of nowhere or risk playing the same mode and getting hard countered, if that makes sense. Real OG Pokemon fans will understand. So my strategy was, I don't expect that Nozo to come out again because it's still useless, but I think Kingambit could lead very, very, very well into many of the Pokemon. And I didn't know if Instant was coming. I kind of didn't care if Instant was coming, but I did feel very, very like confident that like no matter what Kingambit does in the game, it's probably gonna have a lot of value. So yeah, let's see the leads. Palafin, Golden Go, Kingambit, Instant. Oh yeah, so I dropped the Palafin. Man, I'm really smart. Man, I'm really smart. I'm really smart. Dropping Palafin is actually pretty smart because it really didn't do much for me. And oh my god, okay, I think I let my confidence get to me, and I clicked Fake Out into Golden Go. If y'all missed that, Fake Out into Golden Go, Sword Dance. Now I think Sword Dance is definitely correct. It kind of goes unpunished because the Palafin has revealed Bulk Up, Jet Punch, Wake Crash, and it's probably Protect last. So I'm not worried about a Drain Punch from the Palafin, and the Golden Go can't do very much to my Kingambit unless it's like Focus Blast, which is fair, I guess. So I expected it to Terra into Fairy, doesn't Terra. Good play from him. Wave Crash from Baby Palafin does very little because it's intimidated. Awesome. Awesome turn for me. Nice Paw comes out. I honestly don't really care. Like, it's not going to do very much to either of my Pokemon still. They both double resist. And Nice Swords Dance. So I think it's a way better position for me. Again, like, I'm not burdened by Palafin this time. Which, like, that's really mean to say, but, like, Palafin can be a really big burden. Like, having to switch it out turn 1 is really annoying and really wrecks your positioning. Anyways, babbling aside, let's see what I do here. Terra Dark. Yeah, I don't think I Terra Dark this turn. I don't think that's correct. Look, what I'm expecting more of is like a Protect and Pivot out from me. Cowtow's okay. Actually, Cowtow. Oh, I got it right. I got the turn right. Okay, never mind. I'm so good at this game. I'm so good at this game. I'm so good at this game. Terra's 2 Fairy, like I expected. Boom, Terra Fairy. Y'all don't want to see that animation. Make your rain. Doesn't do very much, which is really good. No boosting item, no nothing like that. Flare Blitz does have really good damage, and at this point, I felt like I could definitely KO it with a Terra Dark Sucker Punch, the Golden Go. So that's kind of a win con I was looking for. If I could get a Terra Dark Sucker Punch on that Golden Go, I win. So this is the turn where I choose to pivot out my Incineroar, and a kind of hard read that he wouldn't Spore, because like I said, Terra Dark Sucker Punch is always going to be a KO on the Golden Go, and I feel like he's a good enough player to expect that. So instead I Parting Shot kind of reading that there can be no spore, and also by parting shotting, parting shotting, I can also see whether he clicked Rage Patter or Spore. So I think it's a really safe turn that got me a lot of value. Rage Patter, so I was correct about that turn. And I think just make it rain, yeah. So instant takes not very much. Parting shot, switching backs. Boom! Y'all didn't see plays like that, bro. Now we get the Ice Shard plus their Dark Sucker Punch win condition that I was talking about. I think he ends up getting the turn correct and keeping Golden Go alive, but it's still a really good pin. So yeah, Golden Go protects itself. Really good play out of Brian. Yeah, just really good play out of him. Unfortunately for me, this means Palafin comes out, and Palafin definitely OHKOs my King Gambit before it moves, which is really annoying. Actually it might not. It's gonna be close though. At this point oh yeah, I feel like I make a really safe play here. I end up just... Oh no, I made an awful play. I put Sucker Punch into Palafin expecting Wave Crash. Yeah, that's terrible. That's terrible! Shadow Ball comes out. It's neutral, so make your wouldn't have cared either. And at this point, I think I have the game locked because... Yeah, KOing the Golden Go should just seal up the game. Oh, never mind. He has a Tatsugiri in the back. Yo, I'm really stupid. Anyways, damn, he still definitely is in the game. I'll make another really safe play by attempting to sack the Incineroar. I felt like if I can get my Mungus in, it should just be game one. But y'all gonna see something. He doubles. Y'all won't believe it. I protect. Look who doubles. The Palafin. Or the the King Gambit. Double the King Gambit. Boom. So now, like I kind of just didn't really care because I really just, this just gives me more ways to get the turn correct, if that makes sense. Like this gives me more opportunities for him to incorrectly position his Tatsugiri or click, like for example Muddy Water this turn, and he doesn't this turn, but it doesn't matter to me because Instant was always going to be a sack. I get to reset protect on my King Gambit. Fake it comes into Palafin, correct. Sucker Punch fails, and I ended up going for protect again on King Gambit, parting shot because I either get sacked this turn or I parting shot to my Mungus, and that should just be game one. Muddy Water comes from Tatsugiri. Actually misses. I don't think that matters. Like I really don't think that matters because that's not my intention with the Mungus, or sorry, with the Instant. I kind of just wanted it sacked so I could go into, like I said, the Mungus. Awesome. At this point, I think the game's over. Psycho Punch always OHKOs Tatsugiri, and Palafin can't do nothing. Excuse me. For the Mungus. Should be game one. Tatsugiri protects. I get the turn wrong again. Walk up and gets put to sleep. That's just GG because Sucker Punch Spore into Tatsugiri always wins, except yo, what's taking so long? Except, oh my god, yeah, what happened? He gets a double protect, which is honestly, I gotta shake his hand because that was definitely the correct play. Even finding that play is really solid. So double protect keeps him in the game. Spore. I protect Spore the Tatsugiri. At this point, he has to get a 1/3 wake up, 1/3 chance to protect. I mean, and also wake up in this turn to even like have a chance at the game. So I felt confident that I probably win now. Protect. Palafin stay asleep. That's here. Click Smite Water. So as long as I don't get dropped and then miss my spore, this should be just GG's. And fortunately, I don't. And yeah, that's just GG's. Paladin has no double target moves. And ends up staying asleep, so I couldn't even bulk up to attempt to live this. Plus, this +2 cast out cleave. Terra Dark. Boom. Never mind, I didn't see the Tatsugiri. Crack play for me. Yeah, battle gets cancelled. GG's to Ryan. GG's to Ryan. Really cool team from him. This is our team, me and Joe's team. He brought Arcanine, I brought the superior Intimidator. Anyways, thanks y'all for watching. Next time I'm gonna try to upload like live. I don't know what ended up happening this time, but new capture card, all that, so it's gonna be way easier to record live. Yeah, check that out. See you on the next one.